Hey, Rabbit, you dead?
I don't know where Rabbit is, man. I really don't. I don't know where Rabbit is. I mean, I heard from him last week, but like, it's been harder, I think, to do them on Thursday night recently. So I think that's kind of been an issue. And then once we push it back from Thursday, we don't really ever know what time we're gonna do it. But anyway, welcome in to your GFW Impact Wrestling review for 10/12/2017. I kind of like the show. I think this week. I see. I don't do article reviews like like a full fledged review anymore. It's more of a takeaways type thing now. So like I find myself still watching the whole show, but not really watching as much in depth of the whole show. I guess. Like last night, I think I was already down to number two within the first 30 minutes. So like I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I thought the show was pretty good. I liked it. Let's jump into it, I guess. I know we had a video package, but I don't really want to talk about the video package, so I'm not. I mean, you can talk about it if you want to here in a second, but I don't really want to talk about it. Conan was out in the ring with LAX. You know, we serious like a late period, and we the blue pill, and bruh, say something else, please. Like I love Conan, I really do, man. Like, and at first I like this whole spiel, but when you start saying the same thing over and over and over again, and that's how you start your promo, like I start to get disinterested. Like Conan does have some nice one liners. I'm not gonna lie. Like he hit you with a one liner in a minute. But like my issue is this man be saying the same thing to start his promo every time, and it just gets redundant to me. I like LAX. I still like LAX. I just feel like they come off kind of odd at times. I kind of like Santana stealing the mic from him and just kind of trying to get down to business. Like I definitely like that. I like that they're still playing up this dissension between LAX. OVE comes down to the ring with their and they basically got in the ring with chairs to kind of protect themselves or whatever. Um, and I definitely like this. I thought it was a good segment between the two teams. I like OVE on the mic. I'm definitely liking excited for this 5150 street fight. It was weird though, and I don't know if this was something that you caught or you really paid it that much attention to. But last week, I'm pretty sure they set this match to be at Bound for Glory, this 5150 street fight. And then this week they just kind of said it again. And and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't actually set it last week, but I remember them mentioning it and talking about it. And then this week it felt like they kind of restarted and mentioned it and talked about it again. I just thought it was weird, but I liked the segment. I just thought it was kind of weird how it played out. Considering I felt like we already knew the 5150 Street Fight was already coming. I do like Diamante kind of mentioning that it's a 5150 Street Fight or any Street Fight in general where you kind of got to worry about the numbers. And LAX did leave them laying, which makes sense with the numbers game and everything, and I liked it. That freaking cutter, was it on a chair? Was it on a chair? I think if I'm not mistaken, on the two chairs in like sitting position was pretty freaking nice. I definitely like that. He definitely spiked him on that, but I like this segment. Casey, thoughts on the OVE LAX rivalry, and kind of this segment in general? And did you kind of feel the same way I felt about them mentioning the 5150 Street Fight last week and then kind of redoing it this week?
They exactly what they did. They mentioned it in the beginning of the show. Commentary did that they were going to have a 5150 street fight between LAX and OVE. They said that multiple times before LAX even came out. Then LAX comes out and OVE comes out, and LAX challenges OVE to a 5150 street fight. I'm like, bruh, it was already set up. They all like, come on, GFW, be consistent here. Like, are you trying to tell me that like commentary has like magical powers where they can predict the future? Like, is that what you're trying to tell me? It was just stupid that commentary already announced that it was going to happen, and then and then LAX challenges them to that match. Like, what? Um, but besides that, and besides Conan being forced to say the same crap every week, which is another thing that I don't like about GFW, is they're having him do the same thing over and over. And I I understand consistency to a point. There's certain things that are like your catchphrases that you say, but when you're saying the exact same opening promo every single week, no. It's like if The Rock opened up with the same thing every single week during the Attitude Era. He wouldn't be as, big as he is today. It was because he changed things up and, added new things, whatever. But I did like this segment though. I popped just really hard when Dave Christ shoved Diamante down. I was like, oh, it was awesome. But yeah, I don't know if I like if I necessarily like LAX leaving OVE laying. It felt like it made them feel a little bit weak, even though it was basically a 4-on-2 or a 3-on-2, whatever. Still, I don't know if I necessarily like that. But it was definitely a good segment.
Alrighty. I'm gonna do this, and I know Casey hates this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I just think it's gonna make more sense to do it this way.
I hate
And
you.
it's my show, so I can do what I want. But I'm gonna talk about the Moose, and I mean, it was really one segment that really mattered in this, to be honest, and that was at the end of the show. The rest of it was kind of recap type stuff. But Moose going to visit America Top Team, their whole little facility. Um, I last week they did the whole thing where they threw him out of the facility and they beat him up and they kind of did a whole number on him. I still don't understand, and I think we mentioned this. I think this was from the week before when they were doing the whole thing with the cameras and they coming to say goodbye to Bobby or whatever. And like, I love how King Mo has completely changed. Like at first he was like kind of defending pro wrestling because he had been in the business a little bit, but then like. He just kind of completely changed one week. Like it was just kind of like he never said that. But I definitely like them kind of throwing out Moose, that week, and then him kind of coming back and getting his retribution this week with the lead pipes and coming back with Stephen Bonner. And I like how they kind of left it with like a cliffhanger going into that last segment of the night. I like them just destroying everything. I like them saying they're gonna leave a note for him, and then they kind of wait to the end to leave the note. I did think it was weird the receptionist reaction to everything. Like after they destroyed the place and kind of took the belts and uh, threw the merch stuff around and kind of talked about how it sucked. Like they went back to the desk and they were like, "Oh yeah, we forgot to write a note." And she didn't really like respond or react. If you were a receptionist, like a legit receptionist, and somebody just destroyed your entire building, you would probably be a little bit taken aback. But she was just kind of like, I don't think she said anything. I guess it was just kind of weird. I think it came off kind of weird. But I definitely liked it though. I like him bringing in an MMA guy of his own and kind of still having that MMA versus wrestling thing, but kind of the coming together aspect of it as well. And I'm curious to see where this is gonna go. But and I think it would have been even cooler if he would have brought Josh Barnett. To be honest, just because we've seen Josh Barnett versus Lashley, and they kind of would if they could have got Josh Barnett for a week or two just to do these particular tapings and maybe even do a match again. I thought that I feel like that would have been a little bit cooler. For some reason, the the guy he had the Stephen Bonner guy for some reason looked like Dan Lambert a little bit. Like I don't know why, but at first is that Dan? Well, that's swerving me right now. But and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't look alike, but I feel like they did, and I was like, wait a minute, is that? Until they said his name. But Casey, any thoughts on the Moose versus America's Top Team type segments that we had tonight? Well, more specifically, the one at the end. I mean, there's some more that were kind of like recaps of weeks past. But
I didn't like it at all. It was terrible. It was just it felt like bad cinematography, bad acting, just it came off like cheesy and corny when I felt like it should have come off more serious and like they were actually doing it. It felt too kind of gimmicky and kind of hokey a little bit. Like it didn't feel like, they were actually going in there to actually, it didn't feel like American Top Team was actually beating up Moose and throwing him out of the building. It didn't feel like Moose actually came back and was, legitimately, destroying trophies and things like that. It felt like it felt like it was, acted out terribly. Whereas, you want professional wrestling to feel real, at least we do. And I just felt like it didn't. It felt, I don't know, to me anyway. I mean, I'm sure other people thought it was good. I just didn't like it.
alrighty, well, let's move on to Rosemary versus this jobber lady that I forgot her name. Um, I definitely liked. I think I liked the after the match more than I liked the match. The match was just a jobber match to just kind of, I guess, get Rosemary out there. For some reason, Rosemary was looking real good. I don't know what it was, but tonight so there was something, or I guess technically last night. Like I don't know what it was, Casey, but your wife was looking fine. And I feel like that's the only time I can ever say that to any person ever. Uh, but for real though, like I don't know what it was, but like I don't know, she just looked really good for some reason. But anyway, uh, enough about me being a man. I thought after the match, I liked it. I like Rosemary calling out Ty Valkyrie, and Valkyrie like kind of taking her sweet time down to the ring in her freaking elaborate robe. I like it, um, and I like Valkyrie. Not really saying anything, but as Rosemary's about to hit the mist on her, Valkyrie kind of hits red mist on Rosemary. Like I just thought it was really cool. Like I liked it. I wasn't expecting it to happen. Um, I really liked that she kind of left Rosemary laying. Like I think it was cool. I think they're really doing a good job of booking Ty Valkyrie right now. She can play mind games with the best of them. And speaking of good looking women, moving on, Casey, thoughts on Rosemary and the Jobber and Ty Valkyrie?
I would make a really good looking woman. I'm just saying. If I was a lady, I'd be a pretty lady.
I hope not. Lord.
But no, yeah, my wifey, she been looking good, but it wasn't just this week. It's been for a while. I think since
Just
she
the
did
hair?
that, I think since she got that like makeover, like the new hair and the
Yeah.
new face paint, like it just she be looking good. Girl, mm, that's my kayfabe wife. That's my I still don't even know how that happened. It happened, and
He ain't mad though. Like,
I ain't mad though. I ain't mad though. Um, yeah, the match was it happened. Um,
quick. It happened quickly.
um, and this is partially why I keep waiting for Rabbit to come back because I want to know his thoughts on Taya Valkyrie. Damn it, because I love Taya Valkyrie. I love the run that she's had so far in GFW. I like what they're doing with her. For some reason, I love her entrance and I love her music. It just fits.
Yeah.
I think it works really well with her. And I like what they're doing with her and Rosemary. I think they work pretty well together. And I'm excited to see kind of where they go with this.
Agreed. Moving on. I usually wouldn't talk about this, but I thought it was kind of funny, so I'm gonna talk about it. The interview with like three people at one time, back to back. It was just weird. It was weird the way they did it, but it kind of worked out. Sienna kind of gave her little promo on Allie, and then Tejano said a bunch of stuff in Spanish. Um, and I love like as much as I feel like Mackenzie Mitchell does overact at times. Like I really liked her in this segment, especially when people were talking. Especially when Tejana started talking in Spanish, and she was just looking around like I wonder what this man's saying right now. I thought that was funny, and then Caleb Conley kind of did his thing too, and I liked it. I like him kind of saying Trevor Lee, Trevor Lee, he doing stuff. Like I thought that was funny too. I kind of like this interview. Mackenzie Mitchell, she overacts, but like sometimes it works, and sometimes I'm like, bro, chill out. But I liked it though. Casey, any thoughts on that interview before we move on?
I love you, Mackenzie. You my girl. It's don't listen to them. You overact, girl. You do that. I liked it. I liked Caleb Connolly the best. He's like, this is for you, Trevor. This is for you, buddy. And I'm like, bruh, it's so great. But yeah, Tejano, he just speaking in Spanish, and we were like,
he the heel, obviously.
what?
I said he the heel,
I
obviously.
mean, clearly, he out of all of them, he was the only heel. Yeah, I liked it.
All right, moving on to Grado. He was outside the arena. He just got there. He was a little tired. He's a little tired. He's a pooped.
It's
And
Grotto.
Joseph Park comes in. Yeah, Grotto. Joseph Park comes in. The meal ticket. But Joseph Park comes in, and he comes in with all the women's. And after a big night of partying, because Grado been doing so well, so he came in with the women's. I don't think Grado was impressed by the women's. He wasn't impressed by the partying, and he like, bro, you messing up. Like, I like this though. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. I kind of wonder if they're kind of trying to pitch dissension um between Grado and Joseph Park already, or I guess what the purpose of this was besides it being funny. But Casey, thoughts on Grotto? Um,
Nah, they can't be doing no dissension between Grotto and Joseph Parks, because if they break up, if they stop being a partnership, then Grotto gonna get sent away. He gonna get deported. Can't have that. We already went through that before when he almost got deported. Can't do that. Can't do it. Um, Speaking of which, where Broken Laura at though? Where's she at though? We ain't seen her in a while. Where's she at though? That's what I need to know.
didn't we see her like last week?
I don't feel like we did. Maybe
Crowd with one of them tight dresses. Like I think we need to see her at least 3 times a week.
we need to see her like in every segment ever.
We need to see her in like the whole time TNA's on. Like I need to see her. Need to be on
Like
commentary.
we need just like a little box in the corner that just shows Laurel the whole
Yeah,
time.
you know what? You say that Alexa cam. We need that Laurel cam. Like,
You're right. You're right. We need the Alexa cam and the Laurel cam. Yeah. All right. All right. We got it.
moving on to the 6-person random AF tag team match. I'm gonna try to remember everybody that was in this because it was so random. Sienna, Tejano, and Caleb Conley with Trevor Lee there, which I thought was weird. And I'll get into that in a second. So because I'm trying to remember who's on the other team. Versus versus Ali, um, who didn't have Braxton Sutter with her, which was kind of weird. Ali, James Storm, and who's the other one? I'm gonna say Mahabali Share. Desmond Xavier. which was even more random. Like first off, Caleb Conley can't say Trevor Lee doing stuff and then Trevor Lee show up. That ain't how it work though. Like he supposed to be out there doing stuff. Not, uh, and where Desmond Xavier come from? This man ain't did nothing since he won the Super X Cup. Like, and I understand you want him to do stuff, like they're trying to get him to do stuff now, but he ain't even in this feud with Caleb Conley. So, am I wrong? Is he in this and I didn't notice?
He not.
Like, he just in this for like entertainment value. This match was not too bad. I didn't think it was too bad. Um, I didn't watch very much of it because this was not one of the things that I really wrote on. For whatever reason, in my 5 takeaways, I don't think it made the list because it was kind of random. But I mean, it was a relatively good match. I like Sienna beating up on the man a little bit. I thought that was kind of cool. Uh, I thought it was cool and I thought it made Sienna look really tough. And then Allie hits a code breaker on was it Tejano? Which was okay. I think it was Tejano if I'm not mistaken. Which I was like, well, never mind then. But I'm pretty sure Sienna got the pinfall on this one. If I'm not mistaken. No, Caleb Conley ate the pin. I know Caleb Conley ate the pin. Who pinned him? You remember who pinned Caleb Conley? Because I remember him eating the pin. I remember him eating it like, bro, that poor man.
I don't remember.
I can't remember right offhand, but anyway, I know Caleb Conley ate the pin. That poor man. You know, he don't deserve it. He really don't. Oh, is that the Great Sonata? Anyway, he don't deserve it though. Any thoughts on the 6-man tag team match?
Um, it was all right. I like you. I didn't really pay that much attention to it just because it was like just random and didn't feel like it. It was random and it didn't feel like it added anything to the storylines at all. Like it was just, hey, we have these guys at the tapings. Let's throw them together because, yeah, it'll make sense. It didn't. But yeah, it was a good match. It was just like, why? Why?
Let's move on to Global Forged. Um, with the trainer guy who kind of reminds me of Bill DeMott because he's so strict. Um, I like him though. I like him kind of screaming at everybody and kind of talking. I like the way he was talking at the students too because I feel like that's kind of how it would be. Like he's like well he was talking to the one guy who was really tiny, and he was like, well, if you're not going to show the confidence, then this guy's not gonna believe you can beat him. He's not gonna believe you can beat him. They're not gonna believe. Like I just really like that part. I thought that part was really cool. I liked it. I still don't understand the finalists at all. And like I know they showed this guy on Impact before, but like, am I wrong for like not remembering him at all? Like I think he was on there twice, and I don't remember him at all, not once. And I don't know if he was like a jobber or what. And I'm curious because he's still in pretty good, in really good shape, I would say. Especially, I mean, he had to be on Impact recently because they had him out there with the green rope, so he had to be out there recently. And I don't know if maybe I just missed it. Like I feel like I would remember him if I saw him recently, but I don't remember him at all. But I know they showed clips of him being in Impact. And I like Scott Demore kind of doing his thing as well. I don't remember them really mentioning the finalists at all this week, even though they already said the finalists, but they never really mentioned them at all. I still feel like this is one of those things they could have went a little bit more in depth into instead of. I feel like they really rushed it. I don't think they took the time for you to really get to know the people and really like. I think they should have made this twice as long as it's gonna be. Because I feel like they really didn't give enough time for us to really even make a connection with anyone and be like, yeah, that's the guy I want to win, or that's the guy who looks like he'd be the best option, or whatever. They just kind of threw these at us randomly, and like from the first week to the second week, we already knew who the finalists were, and I was like, wait, but like I don't even know anybody yet. Like you got to give me a chance. But Casey, thoughts on Global Forged? That stupid name. It's a stupid name.
I think well, the one guy he may have been in GFW like the tapings before that we haven't seen, so I don't know. But I still like this idea. I just feel like they should have had it. They should have made it an actual full show.
Yeah, or even put it. I mean, they could have even put it on the YouTube channel or something,
Yeah, put it on the YouTube channel or
and maybe show like highlights like this during
yeah,
the show.
exactly. And then we could get more into it because I feel like it's something we could get into. It's something that we like. We were complaining about the last season of Tough Enough that we didn't get to see actual like training in the ring, and I feel like this shows more training in the ring, but we're not able to see the full thing, and I think that's what they should do because this could be a good thing for them. It could get more fans into the show. um but and I think them using like YouTube like that would help them a lot too, because a lot of people just go through YouTube watching just random videos, whether it's wrestling or whatever, and that could get them into something like that, and then get them to want to seek out GFW on TV. Um, but yeah, I just want to see more of it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I mean, they could have done it like they did with British Boot Camp or something.
Yeah,
Because I felt like it was kind of similar to that. But moving on to the main event of the evening, we had Johnny Impact going up against Garza Jr. The winner becomes the number one contender to face Eli Drake, your GFW Global Champion, at Bound for Glory. I, I thought it was kind of funny them showing Eli Drake watching the match, watching the match live, not live, from from Japan. I thought that was funny. Um, but I definitely thought this was a good match. I like, and this is something, and I mentioned this in my article when I was doing my takeaways, and this is why this really hit home for me, is I like that they're kind of playing Garza Jr. as a main event player, like as a guy who can possibly be in the main event, who can possibly be successful as a singles guy. Because we don't know what's up with the Laredo kid. We don't know if he's injured. We don't know if he's just not signed at this point. We don't know what's up with the Laredo kid. And if they don't take the time to make him feel legitimate as a singles guy, then what are they going to do with him? So I like that they're making him kind of feel legit, even maybe throwing him in the main event spot when it doesn't make sense and he's not really ready, or it doesn't really look like he's ready yet. I mean, I think in the ring he's ready, but like I think it did come off kind of random, but I also liked it in the same breath. Definitely something I think we've both said that WWE needs to work on. When guys are injured, especially tag team partners, you can still use that other guy. And I think WWE strays away from doing that. They'll take you off of TV completely until your partner comes back, or they'll put you on TV in singles competition randomly or sporadically. And I like that the difference with Impact is they've kind of given Garza Jr. a chance to show what he can do, as far as being a singles guy, pending whatever happens with Laredo Kid. I don't know what's going on with Laredo Kid. I don't know if he's injured or what. I would assume he's injured, but I don't know. But I definitely like it. I thought this was a good match. I think they worked relatively well together. I think this is a great showcase type of a match for Garza Jr. because I think it's been a I don't think we've ever really been able to see Garza Jr. straight up just in the ring. I don't think. Like, it doesn't feel like it, at least. Like, I think, but him kind of being forced into the spotlight, forced into the main event, has kind of forced us to watch him a little bit in the main event. Did he ever rip his pants off in this match? I think he kept him on for once. I might be wrong, but like, I think for once we finally got Garza Jr. to keep his pants on.
no,
Uh,
he took him off. He
Big
did.
on him. I was trying to give this man the benefit of the doubt. Um, but anyway, I definitely like it though. I thought this was a good match, and I think it honestly made Garza Jr. look stronger. That Johnny Impact only won with like a leverage pin. Off of that little inverted kind of Boston Crab that um Garza Jr. does. Like I definitely like it. I thought it was good. I like that, and also I like that Garza Jr. was competitive in this match as well because they could have easily made this a non-competitive match with these two guys. But I like that it was competitive and that Garza Jr. He looked like he fit in. He really did. He did a good job in this match, and I liked it. Curious to see where this is going to go. Obviously, I think it's just going to go obviously Mundo versus Eli Drake. I really don't want Mundo to win, to be honest, because I'm enjoying the Eli Drake run. But I feel like because it's Bound for Glory, he probably will win, unfortunately. But anyway, after the match, as well, Johnny Impact was being interviewed by Jim Cornette, and as he was being interviewed, and he celebrates with Garza Jr. as well as he was being interviewed. Chris Adonis comes out with like a wooden board. It wasn't even a board. It was just like just some wood he found on the floor, I guess. And he hits Johnny Mundo on the back of the head with it and kind of just stands all over him. And they go back to Eli Drake just smiling. Um, but I definitely like this. Look at Jim Cornette's reaction. What is this? Where do you get this? Like I thought that was funny. Still like Jim Cornette as the authority figure. I think he does a good job with it, even though he won't be there for long. But still, I've liked it so far. Also, LAX needs to write off low key from TV. Just saying, he can't just disappear like he did tonight. But Casey, thoughts on the main event of the evening?
That's how they gonna write him off TV. He just disappeared.
He comes out of nowhere and he disappears out of nowhere. That's how it works.
Exactly. That's how it works. um, I thought this match was good. I do think that they are kind of making Garza Jr. feel like he more deserves to be in the, or is getting to the point where he deserves to be in the main event. But still, I didn't feel like I felt like this match was too predictable. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like he was gonna win either.
yeah, it was just you automatically knew Johnny Mundo was gonna win, but the match was good. I felt like they put on a really good match. Um, after the match, I didn't think Jim Cornette could make me hate him anymore, but he did with that terrible sell. He's like, "Oh my god, what?" I was like, I was like, I'm done. I can't. If anyone else sold like that, he would be like, "They're the worst. They're terrible." But then he does it, and I'm like, "Bruh, really?" It was so bad. It was, I'm done. I can't.
um, well, that was your Impact Wrestling review for 10/12/2016. Coming up tomorrow, I think we're gonna do the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast episode 9,
8, 7.
8. It's definitely not 7. I thought it's definitely not 7.
No, it's 8.
Uh,
It's 8. Yeah, it's 8.
yeah, episode 8, hosted by I don't know. I can't remember who's hosting who. But anyway, we will see you guys tomorrow for that. We're gonna actually add in our NXT thoughts and stuff into that. So be sure to be on the lookout for that on tomorrow. Um, if you haven't watched the other episodes, be sure to watch it. It's definitely interesting. Definitely a lot of different segments in it, news and rumors. Um, Overreaction Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Overreaction weekend, I think is what I'm gonna have to end up calling it. Um, Friggin' what else we got on there? So much. There's so much packed in one show that I can't even remember what's on it.
Yeah,
Um,
the top fives. The top
Extra tight, and yeah, the top five instant classic moments, and top five funny moments and botches of the week. I think Saturday is just the best day right now for me to do it. So I know we said we were going to do it on Friday, but I think I I would rather push it back a day and be able to watch both shows, and watch all the stuff I need to watch rather than rushing into it and not watching anything and forcing Casey to do everything. So I be trying to compromise, you know. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't. You should have did it in the middle of the video. You should have told Siri, hey, subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. I don't even know if she'll do that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if she'll do that, but she should. So just ask her, ask her politely. She might. But anyway, be sure to hit that subscribe button for us. Follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Also, find us on Facebook. The link is in the description. The Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. I think it's facebook.com/ICW podcast, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you can try it. It might bring up some random other podcast, but subscribe to them as well. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. We did hope you guys enjoyed. This was ICWP Reviews, Instant Classic Impact Wrestling. I'm going with it. Shut up. Don't say nothing.